Hello everybody, welcome back to another coding YouTube video. And so it's today's a little bit different, and sometimes it's almost always different. If you know my YouTube channel, I like to switch it up a little bit, but like I said in my last video, I teach all these coding videos, but I don't teach you like the actual basics of the coding languages. I assume you already know and just how to do very specific things, like how to make this and how to make that, but I don't really explain like the coding itself. So yeah, welcome to part 1 of Python, and this will be a new series I'm making, and I'm gonna put work into it. So if this helps y'all, make sure to like and subscribe, or you don't have to, but it will help me a lot because I am a small channel and I'm trying to grow. And yeah, but if you don't know me already, let me introduce myself. So my name is my alias on my YouTube channel is obfuscated, right? It's like a coding term, obfuscation. But I really never told anything about myself, so let me just introduce myself real quick. So I'm actually 13 right now, and I'm about to turn 14 really soon. So currently it is, July 7th, and I'm going to turn 14 on July 15th. So yeah, that is when I'm about to turn 14. And also, my real name is Gabe, spelled like this, just Gabe, like that. And yeah, see, if you search up this, and this is my user for my PC, so see, it's Gabe anyways, right? So yeah, that's a little thing about myself. Another fact about me is that I have a bunch of dogs. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dogs. Yeah, actually, might be 7, maybe 6. Yeah, 6 to 7 dogs, right? So yeah, that's just a little thing about. Those are some little facts about me, and I'm about to turn 14, and I'm really happy. But yeah, I think it's about time we switch up my content. I'm still gonna do the usual, but for this series, I'll be teaching you how to actually learn coding. So in part 1, I'll be teaching you how to make variables in Python, of course. If y'all want another coding language like C++ or whatever you would like, because I know most coding languages. That's what my goal is, to grow up to learn at least like maybe 13 coding languages. Right now I've learned like 9. Okay, so just give me some suggestions and I'll teach you. But one thing, my biggest tip is, my biggest tip is to, what do you call it? Frick, I kind of have a brain fart right there. Like, my biggest tip overall, if you want to learn coding, is if you're just a complete beginner and don't know anything, just learn one coding language, right? Just learn one. And once you learn that coding language, you'll notice that no matter what, every other coding language has the same key factors, like variables, like functions, and all of that, so on. So that's what this series will be about, is where I actually teach you the real factors of coding instead of doing really specific things. Like instead of like what I usually do for my channel, like making cheats and showing you how to make these cheats and all this, but those are really specific, right? But you can't make those if you don't know how everything works, right? So yeah, enough of the yapping. I just recommend listening to that so you know what coding is really about. So they are almost all the same because they have variables, they have functions, they have strings, they have they're all really, really, really close to each other. And that's one thing you should know about coding. So yeah, let's just get started. So I'm gonna guess you have an IDE, but if not, you can I'll leave a bunch of them in the description. I use Visual Studio Code. It's, I think, the most popular IDE, and this is where we'll actually be doing our code. But yeah, Visual Studio Code just supports almost every language, besides the unknown ones. So that's why I recommend using it, and it's free. So yeah, if not, I'd do Sublime, but I really think Visual Studio is the best. But hey, do whatever you would like. And I'll leave some in the description if you're brand new to coding. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just open a folder, and we're gonna right click in a blank space, new, and then create a folder. This will be our learning, okay? So this folder will be coding series Python, because I'll be doing Python for this one, but I'll be doing multiple commanders, don't worry. Once you created your folder, and I'm gonna put all the things I do in the series in my GitHub, and I'll also leave that in the description, okay? So once you made your folder, let's just go ahead and create a new file. Either you can right click and new file, or you can just click this, but I like doing right click, I don't know. So we can name this whatever you want, but I'm gonna do variables.py. Okay, here's where we have to start learning variables. This might be a pretty short video, because variables are really not that hard, but I will explain to you the best way I can. Okay, so if you ever played Minecraft, you'll notice, let's say you want to make a nether portal, right? But if you don't connect every obsidian correctly, then the portal won't work. So imagine variables as like you have your obsidian, you have your portal. Oh wait, my bad. I'm explaining this wrong. My bad. Hold on. So a variable is how I like to say it. I'm a self-taught coder, right? So let's say you want to call this pizza, or what pizza, and you'll do equals, and essentially what a variable is you can make up a name, whatever you want. That's what I like about variables. It doesn't have to be super specific. You can do whatever you please. So you can call it gibberish if you would like, and then the equals and like that, right? But once you make your name, we'll just call this kind of pizza, and an equal sign in Python, right? And most languages. So what a variable is, in my opinion, since I'm a self-taught person, is you can basically like a shortcut. Like you can make up a name, whatever you please and whatever you like, and then you put equals, and after that you're assigning it a value. So once you see this name, we call it kind of pizza. So if let's just say we'll do cheese pizza, and we'll print, and then let's just do, these are the kind of pizzas we have to sell. Cheese pizza, and so we can do print and then kind of pizza, like that. And if you want, you can go ahead and go in quotes and do a new line. Basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. It just makes a new line so it doesn't look funky. So if you run it, right, and say, these are the kind of pizzas we have to sell, and cheese pizza. And as you can see, we did not put in the print statement cheese pizza, or we also did not put a string, because it's a variable. So if you did this kind of pizza, you notice then it would just say what you type, so like that. But if you do the variable exactly, and since it's a variable and not a string, then you can do kind of pizza, and run, and boom. So as you can see, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's like a shortcut. You can name the shortcut whatever you like, and then you, after the equal sign, you assign it a value. So let's say you want to simulate, like if you're making a game or something. This is just like a quick example here. We'll just make some comments. So this will be the variables. And here we can, let's just do kinds of pizza. See, these names are really specific, so it doesn't matter what you name it because that's the best part. Just a shortcut. It's pretty simple. It's just a shortcut. So once you call the name that you gave your variable and you assigned it a value, see, if you just have a blank space after equals, it's going to do this because there's no expression. You have to assign it, because if you make a shortcut, then not assign it a value, then it's not really a shortcut because it doesn't have anything to, like, it doesn't have a value. So you have to give it a value. So we can do, since this will be your pizza, we could do number 1, cheese. Oh wait, hold on. My bad, I forgot. Cheese pizza. And then we got pepperoni, and then, what do you call it? Hold up. I don't know how to spell pepperoni. And then we'll just do, what is that? I don't know how to spell pineapple either, but you get the gist, right? So these will be your pizzas, right? So those will be your shortcuts. So now we can actually get the player input to simulate them ordering. So we can do order equals, they were making another variable. This will be how we get the input of our player's order. So we'll do input, and then what kind of pizza would you like, right? And then, since we gave that input equals order, so once the person puts their thing, like, let's just run it, and you can see, now you can type. Oh wait, hold on, I can't, I got a copy path, hold up. Wait, CD coding series Python. Okay, now we can run it. Okay, hold on. Python variables py. Okay, see, now you have an input, so we can enter whatever you like. But as you notice, we made this variable, but we didn't even use it. So you can still type, but we actually gotta make it like usable. So we'll do print, and then what we named our variable, kinds of pizza. See, we're just using a shortcut. We're printing kinds of pizza, and kinds of pizza is equal to cheese pizza, pepperoni, and pineapple, which is what we assigned it. So now, once we print it, we can go ahead and do an if statement here, and this will be the main, like, code. And so we can do if, and then if player enters, let's just say 1, and then like that, we'll do print ordered cheese pizza, and we'll say right here, we'll make another variable and say, we can call it whatever you want, that because that's what a variable is. So we'll just call it, we'll do options equals, and then 1, oh wait, hold up, 1 if cheese pizza, 2 if pepperoni, and 3 if pineapple. And so we can go ahead and print our other variable, which we call it options. So we'll do options, and now we can go ahead and run the code again. So we'll open CMD. For some reason my Visual Studio Code doesn't like go to terminal, so I can only read, it's only read. It's weird. So we copy path, and oh wait, hold up, I gotta type that. So coding series Python. Okay, Python variables.py. Okay, so it says, what kind of pizza would you like? So if we enter 1. Oh wait, hold up. See, it says ordered cheese pizza. But as you notice, it's kind of messy. So if you say one kind of pizza, what kind of pizza would you like? And it says 1. You notice we actually put the order and then printed all of this, which is not what you want to do, okay? So we can go ahead and copy this, and then after that we then put it back, so like that. So now, as you can see, God, I keep closing my terminal. Copy pat. No, I don't keep copy pat. Coding series Python. I give it a long name. Okay, Python variables.py. So you run it, and boom, it says cheese pizza, pepperoni, pineapple. 1 of cheese pizza, 2 of pepperoni, and 3 of pineapple. So it's what kind of pizza would you like? And we'll do 1. And it says ordered cheese pizza because of this if statement. So what we can do is actually go ahead and put new lines in this so it looks way better. Cause like if you don't put new lines, then it looks really weird. So yeah. Now, God, why do I keep turning the terminal? It's a hobby of mine. I don't know why. And I keep copying that. Got it. Coding series Python is what I need. Yeah. Okay. Python variable.py. See, now it looks a lot better. So 1 if, okay, cheese, pizza, pepperoni, pineapple. 1 of cheese pizza, 2 of pepperoni, and 3 of pineapple. So you already know if you type in 1, it says order cheese pizza. But if you go ahead and do it again and do variables.py and do what kind of pizza you like, anything other than cheese pizza, it just automatically goes to cheese pizza, right? So we can actually go ahead and LF. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Hold on. My earbud fell out. Okay, put my earbud back in. Okay, LF2, then print. You could also but this is just a variable, so I'll get into that later. Then, so now our second option was pepperoni, so we can do ordered pepperoni pizza, like that. So we'll do another LF statement for 3, and this will be our last one because it's our last pizza option. So print ordered pineapple pizza. So go ahead and now we can run it. Python variables.py, and boom. So if we do pepperoni, okay, might be hold up, like that. You gotta do equals. My bad, guys. But this is just a variable like video, so I'll get into the other stuff later. But you get variables are just shortcuts, right? So hold on. If order equals 2, print ordered pepperoni, and then if we make a lot of if statements. Order equals 3. Okay, like this. I believe that should work. CD coding series Python variables.py so 2, and boom, it says order pepperoni pizza. So yeah, that is how variables are. So this right here, this aren't variables, like, but that was just like an example. But this video is just teaching you variables, so you get it. So it's a shortcut, and that shortcut you can assign it a value and use that shortcut. So it saves a lot of time. And like I said, as you notice, a big thing that helps you on coding is they're really, really similar. So there's almost variables in every coding language. They're just used differently. Pretty much all the same, just typed and used differently. So yeah, that is how you can learn variables. See, if we go ahead and Python, Python variables.py again, and last time we ordered pepperoni pizza. So 3 for pineapple, so we'll do 3. Boom, ordered pineapple pizza. So there you go. That is how you learn variables. It's just a shortcut, and I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you next time. See ya.